I'm your host, Marty, also known as Dawg Knight on the internet, and welcome back to the Dawg Knight Channel. I can't tell if this is, am I good here? Hopefully you can hear me. Once you're in the chat, let me know. Looks like I see a few of you here. Good morning, Fox P2. Good morning, Gunfox 61. Good morning, Somnambule Nation. How late are we, Somnambule? Hello, Renee Mayette, Humble Clay, Hig 1966. What's happening? Say hi to Sandy for me. Good morning, Lord Stanhope, Jonathan Peterson, Advocatus Diabli, Jaeger Pony, my favorite Canadian. Good morning, Mike Savage, Blarg. So, no, it's not Boomer Vision. I actually have you facing this way for a reason. Just because it's a beautiful morning and I'm outside. And I was working on a patio that we're building. In fact, here, I'll say hi. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. I am here. This is kind of a little bit, well, the thing is, I'm not doing my regular show right now. Just if you didn't read the description, just wanted to let you know that I don't have any internet in my house right now because as we were digging for my new patio, we actually cut into the cable. Normally when they run a secondary wire of cable around your house, they put it right up under the siding or they put it middle of my yard, and we couldn't figure out why they ran it all the way out in the middle of our yard. And then it dawned on me that that we used to have a deck on the back of our house, and so apparently when they ran the cable, it was sometime after the deck was put on, and so they ran it all the way out into the yard around the deck. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense, because we found the footings for the deck as we were digging for the panel. Anyway, let's see. Hey, you guys are in early part of the week in Cone National Park. Now, where is that? Where is Cone National Park? I've never heard of that one. Let me know. And thank you for is that my BitChute channel? Yeah, thanks for promoting my BitChute channel. Unfortunately, I don't think my stuff's uploading like it's supposed to my BitChute channel. Normally, all of my stuff that goes on YouTube is supposed to automatically load up to BitChute, and also to, what's the one library is called? Odyssey. Now, I know it's been uploading to Odyssey just fine, but we didn't, but yeah, for some reason it's not working in BitChute. Yeah, I didn't completely take out the cable line. I just took out the part where we hook up our Wi-Fi. And unfortunately, when we put new siding on the house, we just decided to run all of our cable through that side of the house. So I don't even have a cable I can hook into on the other side of my house. So yeah, my cable's not existent. So anyway, good morning, Tyler F. Nice to see you. It's in Alabama, just north of the western part of Florida's Panhandle. Okay, cool. All right. So is it down near the coast? Out of curiosity, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar. But any state park to me is a great place to land, because I really enjoy nature and wildlife, if you couldn't tell. Sorry to hear about your internet outage. Yeah, here's the thing. The internet outage should be done about 2 to 4 in the afternoon today. The tech is coming over, and they're going to probably run a new line, and I may do the regular show later today, or I might just have a day off as far as the regular show. So, funny, because there's these birds flying around. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can flip this again. Oh, wait, where'd my little flippy thing? Oh, there it is, right there. So anyway, if you haven't noticed, I'm out here in the garden, which is... Now, that garden you always see in my intros and outros. Yeah, that's actually my garden. In fact, my favorite flowers are these lilies right here. They are just gorgeous. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see those just fine. But yeah, this is actually my this is actually the garden in the front of my house. It's a beautiful thing. We've been working on this for about 5 years ago. We put this in, and we got a good rain last night, so you get to see a lot of it. There's a lot of good stuff in here. We got coneflowers and stuff in pots, and those Asiatic lilies right there are just a flurry of color when they come in. Got the allium here, and there's some more coneflowers. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, my first daylilies open. We have these peach-colored daylilies that are really, really nice. Those are right there. And I didn't even realize that these started blooming. So those are those. And these Shasta daisies right here coming in. And then I don't know if any of you know what these are. These red things. Someone asked me about that yesterday. I don't even know what they are. My neighbor had a couple of those that she was thinning out in her garden, and I said, oh yeah, I'll take a couple. And now this is the third year they've been in here, and they're just kind of hidden here in the back. But anyway, yeah, so this is how it looks from the front of the house. I'm going to try not to put my street address on here. I don't need to do documents. I've got a little hanging plant there too. Yeah, it's now the P-Dog gardening show. Don't worry, we'll get into some topical stuff here in a minute. But yeah, I really this is something we're pretty proud of, that I've made a project of for the last several years, and it turned out pretty nice now. And then back here you can see we got our pile of granite chips where we're trying to put the patio in. And then there's the this is the pile of flagstone that we're going to use for our patio. We just had that delivered. And then back here is this is my little small hosta garden, which we've got our weather vane up there. Starburst, is that what they're called? Starburst lilies. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea what those were called. But yeah, this is our little side garden, and with my wife's little sign there, save room in your garden so angels can dance. But yeah, so and then we got a whole side of our fence here just full of hostas. But yeah, this is like my favorite garden right here, is this little side hosta garden. And then all the way down our fence down there, you can see that there's hostas all the way down. And we got about 110 hostas. This is like an episode of Cribs, isn't it? So anyway, there's where we got our layers of class 5, and a layer of about a 2-inch layer of what it's called, granite chips, 1/4-inch granite chips. So we're gonna have a big old patio back here. But yeah, we had to block it off so the dogs don't run through it. And our friend Sam will be back to put that in either today or tomorrow. He's gonna figure that out. I'm not gonna mess with the actual flagstone, but anyway, kind of a mess back here. So, out of curiosity, how was everyone's weekend? As you can see, you know what my weekend consisted of. Strictly doing work. And sneaky way to get in to watch 2 sets of ads. Oh, did someone put some ads in there? Good luck. Humble Clay, I'm not excited about that pool. That pool came with the house. It was we happened to buy the house from a bank. And it came. We didn't buy the pool. We just bought the house, and the pool came with it. But because we got such a great deal on the house, because it was a bank-owned home. So anyway, but it's nice to have, but you got to remember, I live in Minnesota, and so I pretty much can open it after Memorial Day, and I gotta close it by Labor Day, because this just the weather here just isn't conducive to having a pool. Oh, my daughter just got engaged, and we're gonna have her engagement party back there. That's why we're happy to get the patio done. But but yeah, we use it. In fact, we jumped in it yesterday. But it's it's not the worst thing to have. It's a little bit of work, but the only problem is we need a new liner and we need a new heater, and that gets pretty pricey. So anyway, so what are we going to talk about today? I've kind of looked in the news. Now, one interesting thing I noticed is that, well, one thing I was thinking during the election is that if Joe Biden wins the election, which he did, I was thinking maybe that would have been a good time to buy defense stocks. People who produce weapons and planes and defense contractor stocks, because we're surely going to get into another war. Either just do a show tomorrow, maybe add a Saturday show, or just do a makeup show at some point. But that's the way it's going to be. So if you see me in the chat and you see me back, just put a "we're back" in the chat. Anyway, what I was talking about was, maybe when Joe Biden won the election, we should have had should have started buying defense contractor stocks, because here we go again. We're putting some bombs down in some places where we really probably don't belong, and it's interesting that. Wait, excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Always twice. It's interesting. We went through all these years of Trump and never felt like we were about to get into another war. Although, a lot of the Democrats thought we were. They thought we were going to get into a nuclear war with Kim Jong-un, and they thought we were going to get into a war with Iran, and they thought we were going to. Well, they thought we were going to be really cooperative with the Russians. But now it's funny. The Russians and the Chinese all of a sudden seem to be making a pact against us, and they're doing provocations in many places. You need the provocation over in the Middle East, provocation with the Russians being near Hawaii, the Chinese moving their navy into different parts that they're not normally in, and the Iranians. It seems like there's a new, in the immortal words of George W. Bush, a new axis of evil. But I don't know. It's interesting. And the thing is, so we're doing this. We're bombing places in Syria and near the Iraq border. It's interesting. It's funny that we're so concerned about their border and not ours. But anyway, who is it? Again, we have to ask the question: who is it that Biden has to keep answering to when he says, "Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for this," or "I'm going to get in trouble for this," or "They gave me a list of people to call on"? This fly's driving me nuts. We might have to walk around for a while. What's beautiful about doing a mobile stream is that I can walk around. Maybe I can kill this fly this time. Nope, missed him. Anyway, who are the handlers that are pushing this? And did Biden say to do this? Is this under Biden's orders? Did they consult with Biden, or did they just tell him, "Hey, Joe, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Here's a note card, so you can try and explain it." You know what I'm saying? It's funny, I think it's part of the reason that they needed to get Trump out of there, and why everyone's pushed to get Trump out of there, is because whoever's handling Biden, the same people are handling some of the Republicans. It's like the the Lincoln Project types who just love them some war, right? And the defense contractors got to make their money, right? going to be frustrating today. I usually never have this problem. And I'm pretty sure that if I've done Do Not Disturb, maybe that's part of it. I should shut down everything else. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to see if I can shut down, I'm going to shut down every other app but this. Make sure that I'm not getting any more interference from any other apps. Maybe that'll do the trick. Holy moly, there's a whole bunch of apps open. I was going to try to get on, check some news too. But maybe we'll just save that for the regular show. Holy crap, no wonder I have a ton of apps open. That's why. Well, this will take care of that, hopefully. We won't have this... won't get kicked out so many times. My goodness. All right. Are we still on? Can y'all still hear me? Everyone good? No, it's not Boomer Vision. I know you can hear me, but oh no, I'm way behind on the chat here. Let's just fix that here. Hello, Nunya Beeswax. Good morning. I didn't see you there. Humble Clay, John Arnott. Cracked, how you doing? The one who's in the house, nice to see you. Thomas Cleaver, what's up? And there you go. But I got wild news in Discord. An 11-year-old girl gives birth. Oh, I don't know if I want to hear that news. You're melting. Why are you melting? I'm not sure what they're... An 11-year-old girl gives birth. You know, I mean, not that that's the first time that something like that's happened, but I just hate to hear that, and I really don't want to know who did that. Hello, King on Common Law. What are you laughing at? Are you laughing at the fact that I can't keep this stream going? I don't know. In the UK. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. I did want to check something, though. I wanted to see... I don't know if I'm going to get kicked out doing this. That's the problem. Oh, no. Did I just get booted? No, I'm good. Okay. After reading that, I hope God is coming to punish us. Well, I don't know. The next oldest is a 12-year-old girl, also in the UK. Hello, Trideos. How you doing? We're at a supplemental stream today. This is not the official Morning Night Live show. This is just a supplemental. If you're not sure why I'm doing this today, because my cable is out, because I accidentally cut the cable to our house that brings my internet into my house, and so I have no internet at the house. But what you do get when you have a stream like this is you get a beautiful view of the garden. So sometimes there is a bonus in not being in the basement on the green screen. So anyway, what other news? Did you guys, any of you guys hear the, Humble Clay, you know, the question that you just asked popped into my head. Was it Asians, as they like to call them in the UK? Because they like to call anyone from the Middle East Asian in the media in the UK. I'm not sure. Oh, UK and Africa. You like the street there, huh? Oh, you missed the garden tour. We did a little garden tour at the beginning of the show. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to show you our big ass grass. Is what I call it. Big ass grass right around the corner of the house. Maybe I'll pull that up too. So anyway, what was the big news of the weekend though? Let me see. Let's just check here. Let's go into Ace. I'll open a new tab. And where's Ace of Spades? Oh, I haven't been in there in a while. So Ace. So, out of curiosity, too, does anyone have big plans for the weekend? For the big 4th of July weekend? We were going to drive to Omaha, Lady Boomer and I, and we ended up, we might have to change that plan because, unfortunately, Lady Boomer has to work on Monday now. And she also has to work Friday. We were going to go out Monday. All right, let me see if this is... Now, am I still on here? Everything's working. You guys can see me just fine, right? 23 weeks of pregnancy, had to undergo a procedure similar to a cesarean section Tuesday. The baby is unlikely to survive. Oh, that is... just sad, man. That's a 2-year-old... Oh, that's a 2-year-old article. Yeah, the collapse, the building collapse in Florida. Now, here's some weird things about that. So, first of all, the weird tweet by Brian Stelter this weekend where he was saying, one of my neighbors walking their dog, weird tweet by Brian Stelter this weekend where he's saying that, we're just talking about this building collapse because it's a slow news weekend. It's like, dude, there's a building that collapsed that had nearly 150 people missing or dead, and you're saying that's because it's a slow news weekend? You don't think that would be news? You got to be kidding me. Hello, Gamer Valine. What's up? And it's like, now if that were now, because here's the thing, y'all. I bet every single one of you heard of a bridge collapsing in Minneapolis a few years ago. Does everyone remember that? It was national news, and it was a big thing. Everyone's talking about our crumbling infrastructure, which, our crumbling infrastructure, they like to trot that out a lot. And yes, there are bad roads, and yes, there are bad bridges and stuff, but we're constantly updating that kind of stuff, right? But this building in Miami, it's like, why would you think that wouldn't be big news in our country? Just because it's not about Trump, or for Brian Stelter particularly, it's not about Fox News, because that's all Brian Stelter fucking talks about. Oh, did I just swear? I didn't mean to swear. I might swear this morning, because this is just a supplemental stream. Oh, you mean... No. One, not the bridge that was built by feminists, but that too was in Florida. That was a pedestrian bridge that was built by all female engineers, and that was what was that? 4 years ago, 4 years ago, which that was a sad thing too. I don't think anyone got killed in that one, but the idea that this wouldn't be news because it doesn't involve Trump or it doesn't involve Fox News for Brian Stelter, whose ratings are in the toilet, by the way. Yeah, y'all heard that he's lost 70% of his audience on his show, and then he went and trotted out his book. I think it didn't even make the top 5,000 on the bestseller list, which was pretty funny to me. Mr. Paid Dead means to be locked in the cellar of a building being demolished. Yeah. Brian Stelter's a joke. But the idea that that's not you, I think of course that's going to be national news. Even if it's not a terrorist attack, it's just, it's just crazy. Anyway, so... just proves that the new media isn't doing their job. Well, no, they're doing their job. It's just that the old media is still obsessed with what got them ratings. I mean, CNN especially. Remember who was it that they were at some conference or Brian Stelter was interviewing Ted Koppel. Do you remember this? And Ted Koppel was saying something about CNN would not have any ratings if it weren't for Trump. Oh, 6 people died in the Florida International University bridge collapse. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize 6 people died, but that was sad. Yes, the I-35 bridge, Gunfox, that was the one in Minneapolis. And you know, that made national news. I know several people died in that too. It's interesting. They when they rebuilt that bridge, now they have this. They have it lit with these. They can with lights that they can change all the lighting and stuff. And it's actually a very cool looking bridge now. Killed 50 to 100 people, most drowned in their cars. Yes, a lot of them ended up in the river. It was sad, man. But the idea, so yeah, of course, something like that's going to be national news. And although, you know, and the fact that they have arrested the owner of the building and they're looking at some of the maintenance issues and the engineering issues, the shortcuts they might have taken, you know, it's not good. It is not good at all. So, I-35 bridge use Chinese steel. I don't know. Is that a fact or is that something is that an internet rumor? I don't know. Jacksonville had a bridge shut down a month ago because of separation at the expansion joint. Ugh, that's not good either. All right, let's see if I can find the news I was looking for here. Let's see. Well, here's death toll rises weekend after condo collapse. Over 150 people still missing. So this is a. Let's see. This is a Daily Wire article. Unfortunately, I can't share my screen on this particular setup, but and why won't that go away? Hang on. What the hell's going on here? How do I get rid of this shit? Hang on. Hang on there. So they're promoting this book, Created Equal, Clarence Thomas, in his own words, and I can't get the story from the Daily Wire now. So maybe we'll try it a different way. Let's see. Let's do a new tab. There we go. All right, so in that story, 9 people have died following the partial collapse of a 12-story residential condo building in Miami-Dade County, according to figures provided by officials early Sunday. Over 150 people remain unaccounted for. According to the Associated Press, 1 person died in the hospital, although it's unclear when they were rescued from the building site. Remains from 8 other people have been recovered as well. Miami-Dade Mayor Daniela Levine Cava said that current search and rescue efforts involve canines, cameras, and sonar. She noted that 4 recently recovered bodies were found as a result of rescuers digging a long 20-foot wide trench in the pile of rubble. We're meeting constantly with the family members, giving them updates first so they don't hear it on the news, so that they could talk with us and ask us questions. That is just that's just heartbreaking, man. That is just heartbreaking. So, you know, if you're one to pray for those people. Good morning, Duck Dog. How you doing? Oh, what's this now? I guess I missed this. Hang on a second. Bigot Chicken. Oh, Chick-fil-A. I was like, what is Bigot Chicken? Okay. Gabriel Lane, that was the fuck up by the repaving crew hitting it with the roto-mill. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. And their waffle fries. I'm not a fan of... Okay, I don't know if this is sacrilege or not, but I'm not a big fan of Chick-fil-A's waffle fries. And not because they can't be good, because every once in a while they cook them enough so that they're crispy. But the Chick-fil-A by my house, for some reason, always cooks them just they take them out of the oil just before they get crisp. So they're not crispy, and it drives me nuts. But love me some Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Bigot breakfast burrito. Haven't had the Bigot breakfast burrito. I've had the chicken and biscuit. but that's all. All right. All right, hang on a second. Let me check my... Oh, okay, this is from... Oh my god, where did that come from? Okay, I have a Streamlabs from yesterday. And I wasn't even on yesterday, but Tazzy donated $50. Thank you, Tazzy. When you watch this replay, says, "Hey, P-Dog, I just wanted to say thanks for the great streams. Here's some bucks for the next time you and Lady Boomer hit the trail stop. So have a couple drinks on me. Cheers, mate." Tazzy. Well, thank you so much. I didn't even see that one yesterday. That's fantastic. I appreciate it. In fact, I don't know if okay, there. I can take those off of here. Wow, I didn't even know that was happening. So that's fantastic. I just replayed that too. Good morning, Anna Lynn, by the way. Nice to see you. So if you're just getting here, those who are just getting here, this is my substitute for streaming from my computer because the internet at my house has been destroyed by me or my crew. Somebody cut the cable wire coming to our house when we were building our patio, so that will be repaired by this afternoon. Arby's popped into your head. Oh, love me a Jamocha shake. Then some, got rid of potato cakes. I loved Arby's potato cakes, and they got rid of them. I mean, Jamocha shakes obviously pretty unique to Arby's, but the potato cakes are what I went to Arby's for, and they don't have them anymore. Now they just have curly fries and they have crinkle fries, and their curly fries are pretty good, but damn, those potato cakes were mwah, I really love those. Anyway, all right, what do we got going here? Hello, Don Julio. How you doing? You changed your name. But you're still the Gulf City biker and trash man, but now you're Don Julio. Is that like Cornholio? Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, P-Dog, my beef with Chick-fil-A, they won't put condiments on your sandwich. What the fuck are you making my food for if you won't put certain ingredients on it? You give them to me, but not do it. Well, I guess you're right. I don't know why they don't do that. They just have the packets, but the thing is, then they don't put too much. They don't put too little. You get the right amount of condiment on your sandwich because you put it on there yourself. Dumbbeard, we accidentally cut our coax cable when we were putting in our landscaping. Hi. Also, good morning. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because the thing is, I said this before earlier. So where we build our patio, I thought the cable went right up against the house, the coax. The coax should go up right against the house, but it went out about 15 feet and then across my backyard. And I was like, well, why the hell did they do that? And then it dawned on me, when they put the coax in to move it to that side of the house, there was a deck on the house, and they did it around the deck. And so we got rid of the deck because we thought a deck that's 3 feet off the ground wasn't conducive to what we wanted on this house. So when we bought this house, we took the deck off. And so, but that's where they ran the cable, the coax for cable, and that's where we get our internet through. So there you go. Get the bag of ice. Oh, because she gets the giant thing of sweet tea, right? Isn't it sweet tea they sell by the gallon at Popeyes? I'm pretty sure they sell it by the gallon at Popeyes. They also sell their lemonade by the gallon. All fast food is too expensive for what you get, except for White Castle. And that's medicine. Ah. All right. There was a weird turn that ours took too. Who knows why the hell it was like that? Yeah, ours was so far away from our house. I'm like, how by cutting through cable this far from the house? Because all the other electric, gas, everything comes from the south side of our house, and including the cable. But the cable comes in there, and then they wrapped it around our house to put it on the other side because that's where we have our family room. And whoever had the house before had them put the cable in for that, but it's cut through now. But anyway, like I said, I should be all good by tomorrow. Here in the South, we make our own sweet tea. Well, I know most people do. Jimmy from Philly, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for the donation through YouTube Super Chat. It says, "Yo, listening while riding my mower." You know, I get you. I get you when you're on the tractor quite often. You must mow your lawn quite often. That's a good thing. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show and sponsoring the channel. We appreciate that. So what else? Let's see what else is in the news. I know there's more. Hopefully this connection stays like it is. It seems to be working at this spot, so I'm not going to move around much. Let's get rid of this. All right, we'll go back here. Tricks are, for kids, trick is that I don't have my computer. So let's see. I got, what else is going on? Oh, now another guy. Oh, no, that's the grandma. Oh, no, did she... Oh, we talked about this lady who got charged with parading from January 6th. So here's another article from the... Oh, we already talked about her. 49-year-old grandmother named Anna Morgan Lloyd was directed by her attorney to denounce her whiteness prior to appearing before a federal judge to account for her crime on January 6, 2021, in which she stands accused of, quote, parading. Yes, parading. Through an open Capitol door. She's lucky she didn't get the death penalty. Consider the vicious clowns in charge of Washington, D.C. Yeah, we've already talked about her, but I just think it's funny that her charge is parading, illegal parading. There's a story about this building in Miami. It needed over $9 million in repairs before the collapse, according to emails. This is from the Daily Caller. A structural engineering firm estimated the Champlain Tower South condominium complex in Surfside, Florida, needed about what the hell did I just do there? Sorry. Needed about $9 million in repairs about 3 years before its collapse. Not good. An engineer flagged a major error at Surfside condo dating back to the building's origins, where lack of proper drainage on pool deck caused major structural damage, according to records released last night by town officials. They released a 2018 email from Morabitu Consultants, LLC, as rescue efforts continued at the site of the building's collapse. June 24th, more than 150 people remain unaccounted for. The email shows the facade needed about $3 million in remediation repairs, and the garage entrance and pool needed nearly $4 million in repairs. The building's electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and sprinkler repairs totaled over $1 million, as did additional project soft costs. An October 2018 structural engineering report by Morbito Consultants revealed the separate email also reported showed a major error in the building structure. So let's just say there's going to be a couple lawsuits for that one. You think? I just think maybe, just maybe. There's going to be a lawsuit. Let's see. Oh, did you guys hear about did y'all hear about what's going on in Canada too? Now, this is an interesting story because they're at these, these schools that they had where the Canadian government removed Native American children, or Native Canadian, whatever, Native children, Indigenous children, from their homes and sent them to these schools. And so there's a big hubbub about there's these where they had they're finding these graves of kids, and there's a whole bunch of them, and what it ends up being is about 7 if you add up the number of years that it dates back to. That it goes about 7 per year. Well, now I don't know if they were mass graves. I thought they were just graves that they were unmarked graves. That what happened was over time the church, I believe, removed the markers, and they found a whole bunch more at 2 different schools, and just not mass graves, graveyards, but you know, it's sad, but it's interesting that because they're making, you know, tribal leaders are making a big deal out of it, which they should be, but it's not. I don't know that it was. It makes you wonder how many kids were dying at these schools. I mean, it adds up to about, like I said, over the time, it adds up to about 7 per year. But, and why the church? I think I don't have this complete story, so maybe I should wait till I read it. But the idea that the church said to remove the markers, and I don't know why, but you know, but I guess I don't necessarily want to hear it from any Canadian government officials about how we're so bad, because, you know, welcome to your world too, right? Happens every time institutions like this. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of them will also have been arranged. What? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's a good chance. In northern Germany, a World War II mass grave found an estimated 15,000 bodies buried there. Oh, ouch. Canada invented apartheid and South Africa adopted it. Yeah, I don't know. Good morning, Chicago Mike. Anyway, just getting here later. We are outdoors today. I don't have any internet in my house till this afternoon, till the tech comes and fixes my broken cable. And so we did a little garden tour earlier, and we're just gonna chill out on the front porch here. I forgot my coffee though; it's inside. I suppose I could go in and get it, or actually I have to go make it. I didn't make one this morning. Now that I remember. Anyway, all right, back to. I got a couple more stories. I'm not going to do too many today, just because of this setup is not conducive, and I can't put it on the screen. Oh, you know, this. So, I'm sure you saw the story about the Olympic hammer thrower who seemed very annoyed that the national anthem was played at the U.S. Olympic trials. So there's a little backstory to that, because I thought when I saw this story that the story was, as they got on the podium, they were playing the national anthem, and she was mad about that. And first of all, this is a person who basically rejects that the national anthem is for her, you know. And so she seemed very indignant that the national anthem was playing while the 3 leaders in the women's hammer throw were on the podium. By the way, the woman who won the hammer throw broke the meet record 7 times while she was throwing, and congratulations to her. But yeah, the bronze winner, the 3rd place winner, was very angry that the national anthem played, and had this look of disgust and didn't look towards the flag and all that. And it made a big news this weekend. But as the story unfolded, we realized that the national anthem wasn't playing at the end of every event, because this was the U.S. qualifiers, right? U.S. Olympic trials. And so apparently at the U.S. Olympic trials, every day at roughly 5:20, 5:30 in the evening, they play the national anthem. And it happened to also be the same time that the finalists from the hammer throw were getting their U.S. Olympic trial medals. And for whatever reason, this woman was very, very indignant that it was playing while she was on the podium, and she had her hand on her hip. One of those looks like one of these looks on her face. Very indignant. And I'm thinking to myself, you, young lady, are competing to be on the United States Olympic team. The United States Olympic team. What are the key words in that phrase? What are the key words? What are the key words? United States Olympic team. So, and she considers herself to be an activist, by the way, which, shocker. Shocker, she's an activist. Oh my gosh, I would have never guessed that she was an activist. But if you're trying out for the United States Olympic team, you probably should I shouldn't say get used to, but you should probably hope that you get an opportunity to hear the national anthem at the Olympics or something like that, right? Wouldn't you think you'd want to hear that national anthem, because that means you're on the podium and probably a winner. But maybe not her. Activist athlete. Yeah, that's what it was. Activist athlete. Well, you can take your activist ass and go play for somebody else. We don't need you. Besides, you came in third, so who cares? Lord Stanhope, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right, let me check what else was on here. Oh, by the way, did you hear so the the people are trying to get anyone related to Trump, they're trying to ruin their lives. And apparently some guy related to the Trump organization, they're talking about having criminal charges because which this is silly, by the way, because apparently somehow one of the Trump companies paid for his daughter's granddaughter's college tuition or something like that, and didn't claim the benefit on his taxes. Now, normally, something like that probably would be a very, very minor fine. You might have to pay some back taxes on it or whatever. But they're trying to make a criminal case out of this, and I find it's just fascinating. And also, by the way, Rudy Giuliani, his deal too. They apparently the state Supreme Court took away his law license or something like that. So I'm reading this. First up, Rudy Giuliani had his law license revoked in New York for the crime of defending his client, President in exile Donald Trump, leading the failed challenge of the stolen 2020 elections. Harvard law professor emeritus Alan Dershowitz reacted to the state of New York suspending Rudy Giuliani's law license over his claims of fraud in the 2020 election. I taught legal ethics for, 35 years at Harvard Law School. I think of myself as a leading expert on legal ethics. I've never ever seen a case where a lawyer was essentially disbarred without a hearing. I'm going to make this a little bigger so I can read it. Dershowitz outlines. I mean, the most basic concept of due process is you don't deprive somebody of his living, of his freedom, of his ability to work without a hearing. And then the criteria under which they suspended his law license is so vague. It says, in the course of representing a client, a lawyer shall not knowingly make false statement of fact or law to a third person. In other words, if he goes on your show, or he goes on my podcast, or he goes on Fox or anywhere else, and he makes a statement which turns out to be false, and he had reason to believe it was false, he could be disbarred. Do you know how many lawyers we'd have left if we applied that standard across the board? Host John Cassaday, blah, 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 asked if the words equal justice for all are dead. I think they are mortally wounded, Dershowitz replied. I don't think we're seeing equal justice for all. I think we're seeing selective justice when a prosecutor runs for office, like the Attorney General of New York ran for office on the promise that she will get Donald Trump. Is that equal justice, or is that show me the man, I'll find you the crime? Dershowitz added, that's what happens in banana republics. That's what happens in tyrannical regimes. Now, so that's kind of crazy. Also, let's see here. Oh, this is sad. A tourist who was struck by a stray bullet while walking with his family in Times Square late Sunday afternoon. Police sources said a block from where a 4-year-old girl and 2 others were struck by gunfire last month. Samuel Poulin, 21, a Marine, was with his wife, sister, and brother-in-law outside the Marriott Hotel on West 45th Street and Broadway when he was hit in the upper back by a ricocheting bullet just after 5:15 p.m., according to the source and NYPD. Times Square is broad daylight on a Sunday. Older folks like me remember all too well that 42nd Street from Times Square west to the Hudson River was for many years a no-go zone. It was Giuliani that turned it around to where it is, or it was before the Bolshevik and his insane Marxist wokesters destroyed it, most noticeably and forcibly during that accursed year of 2020. Now 42nd Street and much of the rest of the city is devolving into a shithole to scare away even the likes of Snake Plissken. And unreal. And more than likely, ex-cop Eric Adams will be the next mayor, yet running as a Democrat. Even his campaign is one of law and order. But how does one square that circle with the demonization of police that has been pounded into us since well before George Floyd's regrettable and understandable demise? My guess is you can't, and you won't. New York City's situation merely underscores the absolute irreconcilable split between the sane, rational, reasonable minority majority of Americans, and sizable yet minority in numbers of Americans hating Americans that not only have nothing in common with the former, but want to see them dead. That's a little editorial by Ace this morning. Let's see. Oh, did my chat get stuck there? To Bolshevik, yeah. Defund the police working as intended. Yeah, it's... Did you hear, too, that Biden's speech the other day where he was saying, it's not crime rising in democratic cities, it's because of the places around them that causes the crime to come into the democratic cities. It's not democratic policies. And it's like, no, it's because of your mayors and your Soros-bought district attorneys and attorneys generals who are letting people go for stupid shit. And, and yet we still have people in jail who their biggest charge may be a misdemeanor trespassing from January 6th. How does that bode? And I know they keep calling it an insurrection for breaching the Capitol, right? Well, was it a insurrection when they attempted to breach the White House, when they burned down a guard shack, when they tried to enter the White House lawn, when the President of the United States had to be taken away from the White House into a place safe because of a breach of the White House perimeter, or attempted breach of the White House perimeter? I don't see anyone asking for an investigation into that. And I'm fine. You know what? I absolutely think there should be a bipartisan investigation into January 6th, just so that we can show all of the footage. All of the footage of the guards and police officers letting people in the building. And the fact that the first person charged and convicted, or who pled guilty, that woman came through an open door and walked right in. Really? So you come, so her charge is parading, trespassing, doing like activist activity when in the within a federal building. Really? And she's got a $500 fine, 6 months probation. A misdemeanor. And yet they have what, 499 others to go? Most on similar charges: trespassing, parading. And it's funny because we've seen video that has confirmed that some of those people were let in by the officers. Remember the guy with the horn hat? That dude? There's video of the officer saying, "Hey, are you guys gonna come in here? You're not gonna cause any damage. You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do any violence." And they're like, "Yeah, we're good. We're not gonna do any violence. None at all." They took some selfies. How are they gonna? What are they gonna charge them with? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with that? You know, I don't get it. But are they searching for anyone who attempted to breach the White House? Are they? I mean, that happened less than a year ago. Are they searching for anyone who attempted to breach the United States Supreme Court? Any charges on those people yet? I haven't heard of any. Now they did convict someone in one person so far. One person so far who was involved in the riots in Portland. Oh, I think he killed somebody. But they sure let the rest of them go. Although now, all of a sudden, they have charged some people in some more recent activities. But that shit went on for, well, since last year. No reasonable person could say an insurrection could occur when the most armed society on earth would show up unarmed. It was 1.7 million people with a dozen bad actors and federal informants. Yeah, the fact that they're still calling this an insurrection is just a joke to me. Was it any more of an insurrection than any other action that has broken out in the last year? Had any, the siege, I'll call it, of the Portland Federal Building for what, 2 weeks? Oh, you were there. Oh, cool. The other thing too is there are people, I've been reading lots of stories about this. There are people who went to that rally and came to the Capitol grounds later that had no idea that anything had happened until they saw it on the news later that day. They had no idea. There were people, because there was thousands and thousands of people there. To be fair, politicians have been placing puppet heads in foreign countries for decades. They just did it in America this time, and now they have to force the people into compliance. The 6th did not stop the debate on the challenge to the election vote. No, they're still checking ballots in Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania. I don't know if they're still doing it in Nevada, but I know that there is at least 15,000 ballots in Nevada that had addresses that were not or did not even exist. How does that happen? How does that happen? Oh, over 100,000 people. Yeah, I said tens of thousands over. There's a lot of people there for that rally, and the mostly peaceful protest. It's funny. Yesterday, what is it? Wahat Ali or something like that. He's some MSNBC contributor. Wrote something on Twitter to the effect of, "We had this insurrection where 5 people were killed." And I'm like, dude, if you have to lie about what happened, then maybe it wasn't an insurrection. Because, no, 5 people, only 1 person was killed, right? And that would be Ashley Babbitt, who, I have mixed feelings about. She was unarmed, and we made a big deal about unarmed people being shot by police. And I go, well, and some people say, she was a criminal. She was a terrorist. Was she now? Was she, or was she just an overzealous protester going wild in a building with unarmed? But was she breaking the law? Was she in a place where she shouldn't have been? Was she in a situation where she could possibly be shot? Because I'm going to be perfectly frank, if Ashley Babbitt had breached the White House lawn and were running towards the White House, would I expect one of those snipers on top of the White House roof to take her out? It's a possibility. Now, obviously, the officer involved had no idea what was going on, but I still say, yeah, unarmed civilian. Yeah, she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Certainly unarmed black men who fought with police. Although some of them were not unarmed, they just like to say that. She hopped through a door surrounded by SWAT. That's the thing. Yeah, there was people. The thing is, when you saw that there were SWAT behind her and around her, and there's people there, and I just I'm surprised, or it's fortunate that officer who shot her didn't accidentally shoot the officers behind her. As long as she didn't break a window and climb into a secured place, she shouldn't have been shot. Yeah, I mean, she was attempting to unarmed man with a knife. As in Jason Blake, who had fought with police, who had just got done fighting with police, went to grab his knife, and he is about to jump into a car with children in it, a car that did not belong to him. That certainly could have been a dangerous weapon. So yeah, Jacob Blake is people saying he shouldn't have been shot. I don't know. Don't expect me to go all amazing Lucas on you, because I'm not. I still support good police, and I will condemn bad police when I see them. I don't know that she needed to be shot. Although I can understand how it could happen. But we've changed the rules to the point where her being shot, according to the new rules, that officer should be facing charges. So, according to the new rules, kind of got to choose one or another. You know. So, who knows? Anna Lynn throwing out some NWA lyrics. There you go. Cops should get charged for neglect discharge causing a death. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's Public Enemy. 911's a joke. I loved me some Public Enemy back in the day. I thought they were awesome. They were one of my favorite jams. All right, let's see here. What else is happening? I'll give it a quick look here, and then I'm gonna call this a day, and hopefully I'll be streaming this afternoon. Articles on Derek Chauvin, a scapegoat. Yep, he is. Accused shooter of Daytona Beach officer arrested at Black Nationalist Militia base in Georgia. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't seen this. Let's see what this is. Take just a second here. Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone, so you're going to see my face looking at the screen weird. Okay, so are we going to have a national conversation about this? Will top military generals office their insight? Good question. So a 26-year-old Daytona Beach police officer, Jason Rayner, fights for his life after being shot in the head. The suspected shooter, Othal Wallace, was apprehended at a Black Nationalist militia camp. Wallace was reportedly hiding in a treehouse on the Georgia property and was taken into custody without incident. The suspect of the vicious shooting of police officer Jason Rayner was apprehended in by Georgia police at a Black Nationalist paramilitary encampment. There is no place for hate in Florida. Our law enforcement will be protected. Justice will be swift. That's according to Governor Ron DeSantis. Oh, this is just all tweets. Here we go. All right, so the Daytona Beach police officer shot in the head Wednesday by a man identified police as Othal Wallace. Wallace was arrested early Saturday morning in Georgia. Officer Jason Rayner continues his recovery. The FBI put out a bulletin in the form of a wanted poster for Wallace on Friday night, but by 2:30 a.m. Saturday, the suspect identified by the FBI as Othel Torian Rasheen Wallace, 29, alias Ozone, was in custody. Police Chief Jakari Young said that at an early Saturday press conference that Wallace was captured while hiding in a treehouse in DeKalb County, Georgia, east of Atlanta. Wallace was found in a remote wooded area with multiple weapons, ammunition, and body armor. Young said Wallace was being held in Georgia on Saturday morning, but would be returned to Volusia County, Florida, and held on a charge of attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer. Young said more than 500 officers from various agencies responded to help to find Wallace. The reward for information leading to Wallace's capture was raised Friday to $200,000. Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood said the investigators knew in the early evening that the FBI had found Wallace, but officials had to wait for a federal search warrant to get on the property. It was just a matter of when they were going to serve it and what type of force they would be met with when they served it, Chitwood said. And thank God no other law enforcement officer or no other citizen was hurt, and he will now face consequences for his actions. I find it's humorous. Yeah, are we gonna get a FBI bulletin on on black nationalist separatists. Anyway, according to Daytona Beach News Journal, Wallace has a history of domestic violence reports and was known from his social media posts to be associated with black nationalist militant group, the Not Fucking Around Coalition. Oh, those guys! Oh, no! You guys remember the NFAC, the No Fucking Around Coalition? They were marching around Georgia, around Atlanta, fully decked out weapons and things. Anyway, Young said a search revealed a cache of weaponry thought to belong to Wallace in an apartment near the shooting, including at least 3 ballistic vests, a rifle, a semi-automatic handgun, multiple high-capacity magazines, and a large quantity of rifle rounds. Wallace has a criminal record that included domestic battery incidents in one case, in which he was accused of wielding a gun to threaten a woman. He has served time in the Volusia County Jail, but has not been sent to any Florida State prison, according to online records. Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood said Wallace was ready to shoot any cop. He was known to affiliate with a black militia group known as NFAC. On Instagram believed to belong to Wallace, an eerie message was posted June 7th. One day I will take great pride and honor in getting me some pig's blood on my hands and boots. It reads, I pray against my enemy and wish death to all who are oppressive to the black culture. Black power! Exclamation point. So, and then there's more reports that he was shot and blah, 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 blah. NFAC's leader, meanwhile, has been indicted for pointing an assault weapon at several federal officers at a protest in Louisville, Kentucky on September 4th, 2020. According to a criminal complaint, John F. Johnson, a.k.a. Grandmaster J, also took to YouTube to urge NFAC members to attack and kill law enforcement and their families. Johnson urged members to dismantle the body cameras of police they intended to assault. In an interview with NBC's Morgan Radford last March, Johnson said the NFAC was growing by leaps and bounds. He said the goals are self-defense and to create a black ethno-state. So, Richard Spencer ought to get together and compare notes. And then, here's the kicker. This is funny to me. The NFAC was born out of the last 4 years under the Trump administration. The deterioration of racial relations in this country, he said. It means that you are preparing yourself to defend yourself. He called violence a last option, but added the United States was built on violence as an option. So, interesting. Are we going to have a national conversation on some of these jackholes? Let's see. What are we doing here? No such thing as a black supremacist. Yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone's just pushing. The media, especially, is pushing all this race shit, and it's really disheartening. Because somebody's making money off of this. Granted, a big part of it was to get Trump out of office, because how was the deterioration this guy talks about during the Trump administration? I mean, what are you talking about? How could the deterioration be then, when so many of the names from the man bite dog incidents were BT? You know what I mean by BT, as in before Trump. Hello, Jesse Leon. So, Trayvon Martin, who was president, wasn't Donald Trump. Michael Brown, who was president, wasn't Donald Trump. So many. Tamir Rice, who was president, wasn't Donald Trump. Sandra Bland committing suicide, who was president, wasn't Donald Trump. So many of the names on that say their name list, long before Trump, it had nothing to do with Trump. And in fact, not a single one of these incidents have anything to do with Trump. At all. Nada. These are all police departments in places where mostly Democrats run the show. And even if they don't, not a single NRA member's involved. Not a single white supremacist involved. Although, you know, I suppose you could say Dylan Roof was, but that, again, when did that happen? Not under Donald Trump. As Dylan Roof happened before Trump, too. You know? Now, granted that Charlottesville nonsense, that happened during Trump's era. Does Trump want to be associated with those assholes, though? Nope. Nothing to do with them. Nada. Nothing. So, but the narrative is that, all this race hate was happening because of Trump. Really? The same people who loved Trump before? Same people who loved Trump before? Never had a bad thing to say about Trump? There's my FedEx driver. They never had anything bad to say about Trump before he ran for president. And are things better now? If you weren't here earlier, hey, we just threw some bombs. We just threw some precision, what do they say? We threw some precision airstrikes over in Syria. Precision airstrikes. Because Joe Biden wants some precision airstrikes. Telling you what, stock up on Raytheon stocks. Please do not take financial advice from me. Do not take financial advice from me. So anyway, Charlottesville was like one person. Well, I'm talking about the tiki torch dickheads. But whatever. They have their free speech rights. I don't care. And then it's funny because some of the people who were in that tiki torch parade, yeah, some people were chanting some crazy shit, but some were like, what are they yelling up there? What are they saying? Why am I supposed to join in on that? But you know, but those are the very fine people that Trump was talking about. No, they weren't. That's a lie. That's another lie that they could just perpetuate. Oh boy. All right. So, well, gang, I am going to call this a little bit early because this is not my normal morning night live show. This is just a supplemental. But I do appreciate those of you who are here today, and hopefully my internet will be functioning again between 2 and 4 this afternoon. And if I don't do a makeup show this afternoon, I will do a makeup show this week because I want to keep the numbers right. But definitely we'll be back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. And what I'm also going to do is make sure I'll post it on the social media. By the way, if you're not following me on social media, pretty much anywhere you go, it's at Dawg Knight, except for Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Yes That Marty. No spaces, no punctuation. But this is going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed the garden. In fact, I think let's go walk through the garden while I'm finishing up here. Just take one more look. Now that the sun is shining, we'll take a quick roll through the garden here. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Anyway, so anyway, there's not a makeup show. I'm not doing a Jeff Charles. So these are, by the way, these are my favorite Asiatic lilies. I mean, look how pretty these are. Aren't those nice? Look at that. That is awesome. And I got some more right over there too on the other side of the flag. But like I said, we'll take another little tour through the garden. Oh, by the way, what I didn't show you is I got some pepper plants. In fact, we have a pepper right there. There's one growing right there. You can see it. Okay. And then we got some more different kinds of peppers and tomatoes. We got some herbs down there. Cilantro, parsley, chives. And then got some tomato plants over here. By the way, this is my outro since I don't have an outro on my phone. And then what someone said they knew what these were called. If you remember what those are called, I can't remember. Anyway, this show is brought to you by Boomer Moment. For all your boomer moments, we sell everything to fix your boomer moments. Well, thank you for fixing my boomer moments. Anyway, so little garden outro here, impromptu. That's what it looks like from this side of the garden. And here, let's go to the sunny side. Marty has an English garden out front. Is that what that is? Is that what it's called? Well, and there's a bunch of gravel there, or actually that is granite chips, 1/4-inch granite chips. It's going to go into my patio. All right, so here we go. Here's the outro. I would sing it, but I'm not going to. Oh, these are some of my favorites too. These are really cool. Some Asiatic liz. Obviously, it rained a little bit today, but yeah, it's a hell of a garden, isn't it? That doom 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 doom. My cone flowers, and those are going to be some massive Asiatic lilies right there. Those a big bunch of those. And then sun's shining, so now these little bad boys are starting to show. Anyway, all right, gang. So, oh, did we do an app here? Oh, all right. Anyway, that's it for today, people. Time for me to go. Thanks for watching today, and hopefully we'll be out here later. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot the grass. There's the grass back there. The big ass grass, although it's kind of weighed down with the rain, but yeah, our big ass grass. Anyway, all right, toodles folks.